When I visited Spain, I went to Casa Batlló in Barcelona, where Antoni Gaudí created the most beautiful rooms for the 6-story mansion in the middle of Barcelona. Gaudí created mosaics and tessellations throughout the whole mansion. Here is the stairwell full of blue tiles. They go way up, and then there's this dining room where there's tiles all over the ceiling in gold. Here is the patio where a mosaic floor existed. And here is a tessellation of abstract tiles, all put together, designed by Antoni Gaudí. What's up, everybody? It's Missy Barr, and today we're going to do a tessellation. And so a tessellation is just a repeated pattern of something, and doesn't even have to repeat, but it does have to have no spaces in between. So I have 2 examples here. This one is of my birds, and they're flying, flying, flying. And you see how there's no space in between the birds, right? Like a puzzle. I did this one of mountains, and so you see how there's no space in between, and it's pretty much the same pattern. Now that doesn't always happen, but in this case it will. Okay, so first we're going to take just a blank piece of paper. We're going to need some scissors, pencil, not a ruler, and tape. Okay, so I'm going to show you why. Let's get this going first. So I'm going to draw just a line like this, a curved line on this side. So you want to draw it on the right side and the top. Same, kind of thing. Not too complicated. And then you can do it, doesn't have to be exactly like that. Okay, then I color in to realize, this is what I'm going to cut off, and then translate or slide down this way and slide this way, okay? So this one's gonna go this way, and this one's gonna come down this way. All right, so I'm going to cut very carefully. You don't want any edges, any bad edges, so cut as beautifully as you can. Okay, so this one, and tape one at a time. Just go ahead and tape. Don't cut them both because then you get mixed up. So do it right away. So there's my translation. It just went sliding this way. Okay, now I'm going to translate down. Okay, so I'm going to take this off. There we go. And now I'm going to translate going down, and I'm going to tape it there. Alrighty. There. And now I have to figure out, well, what do I want it to be? It could be a stingray, it could be a bird, it could be something else. You just decide what you want to do. So I'm going to, I like this one better. I did this a minute ago. All right, so I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to start tracing in the middle of my paper. Right? So I'm going to go like this, tracing. And try to be as exact as possible. See where this kind of went wrong? You don't want that. Because this has to fit perfectly with its own shape. My hand is all weird, I know. Okay, let's see. Pointy, and there's the figure. Okay. Now I'm going to look for where it matches. Okay, so that takes a minute, but I found it. Yay! So it's going to go right here. See how it just perfectly fits, right? So that's where you're going to trace the next bird. All right, so I'm going to finish doing that, and then I will come back and show you what we do next. Okay, so I'm back, and I finished tracing my figure over and over again, and even in the parts where you couldn't trace the whole thing, you just want to get what you can get on the page. So as much as you can. You don't want to just have 3 figures across or something. There's going to be some that are partially there, and that's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to just say, oh, it's going to be a bird. Okay, so I'm going to put a little eye on all the places where I would think a bird would have an eye. That way it helps me, figure stuff out when it's time to add color. So I'm gonna do that, and you can start on yours, and then we'll come back together and see what we did, okay? All right, so I'll see you in just a bit. Okay, I'm back and I finished my painting, and you can use crayons, markers, oil pastels, whichever medium you want to use. So what I did was I added a feature to all my birds so they would look like cardinals. I just added the little triangle top here. And then I made sure to include my female girls because the girls have gold chests, and so I thought, oh, that's so pretty. So yeah, so I have the boys and the girls all flying together, a little flock kind of thing. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great time doing tessellations. It does take a while, but it's always worth it to take your time. Okay, so I'll talk to you later. Bye.